Chosen one. Stop scrolling for a moment and listen with your spirit, not your ears. Because if this message is reaching you right now, something is happening around you that the majority of people will never experience in their entire lifetime. A rare shift, a spiritual awakening, a cosmic opening that only 1% of souls are sensitive enough to feel. We are stepping into the new moon energy of November 20th, and this one is not normal. This is not a regular moon cycle, not a simple emotional phase, not just another spiritual moment. This is a destiny reset portal, a window that only opens for people who carry a purpose, a calling, and a hidden spiritual identity. And chosen one, that includes you. Over the last few days, you might have felt it. A strange heaviness, a sudden burst of energy, dreams that feel too real, waves of emotion that come out of nowhere, people pulling away, new ideas appearing out of nothing, a quiet voice inside you whispering, something is about to change. You're not imagining it. You're not overreacting. You're not being dramatic. What you're feeling is the shift before the shift. Because on November 20th, the universe is opening a rare channel, a narrow spiritual doorway, only accessible to the ones who were chosen long before they even understood their own purpose. And here's the dangerous part. Most people won't notice it. Most people aren't awake enough to sense it. Most people will walk right past the signs and miss the opportunity that was meant for them. But you are not most people. You have always felt things differently. You've always known things before they happen. You've always carried a strange sensitivity that made no sense to others. You've always been pulled towards something higher, even when you couldn't explain why. That sensitivity, that intuition, that inner radar, it becomes 10 times stronger during this new moon window. That is why you're here. That is why you stumbled onto this video at this exact moment. That is why your spirit reacted the moment the first words left my mouth. Your soul recognized the message before your mind did. This new moon is not bringing a simple shift. It is bringing a rearrangement of your relationships, of your path, of your energy, of your destiny. And tonight, I'm going to reveal the 7 rare signals the universe sends only to the 1%, the chosen ones, right before everything in their life begins to align at a speed they've never witnessed before. These signs are subtle, so subtle that people around you may think nothing is happening. They are mysterious, often showing up in dreams, numbers, déjà vu, or sudden emotions. And yes, they are dangerous if ignored, because missing these signals means missing your breakthrough window. But if you recognize them, if you pay attention, if you honor what your spirit is telling you, your life will shift faster than you can imagine. This is not a message for everyone. This is not a message for the crowd. This is not a message for people who casually watch spiritual videos. This is a message for the awakened, for the sensitive, for the called, for the chosen. And if you're still listening right now, then you are the one this message was sent to. So take a deep breath, open your spirit, and prepare yourself, because the signs are already showing up. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly what the universe has been trying to tell you. Comment prompt on screen. Comment, I feel the shift, if you already sense something happening. Chosen one. Let's begin with the first and one of the most powerful signs the universe sends right before your destiny shifts. The sudden disconnect. If you've been feeling strangely distant from people you used to connect with, if conversations feel forced, if you're not excited by the same environments, or if the people you love suddenly feel a million miles away, even when they're standing right next to you, listen closely. This is not a coincidence. This is not your mood. This is not you changing for no reason. This is spiritual separation before divine elevation. You see, when a major breakthrough is approaching, the universe begins rearranging your social and energetic environment before the blessing appears. Why? Because not everyone can go where you're going. Not everyone can handle the next version of you. Not everyone has the spiritual clearance to stand in the room your name is about to enter. And so, everything begins to shift quietly. People who used to call you daily suddenly go silent. Group chats dry up. You start to feel annoyed or drained around certain people. And you can't explain why small talk feels exhausting, mindless, or even painful now. It's not because something is wrong with you. It's because something is right with you. The universe, God, your angels, whatever name you use for the divine, is pulling you away from lower frequencies, old timelines, and expired connections so your spirit can rise without interference. Think of it like this. When a rocket is preparing for launch, all loose connections must be detached. The mission cannot succeed if old pieces are still hanging on. You can't go higher while being anchored lower. Your soul knows this before your mind does. So it begins withdrawing, your energy pulls back, your spirit stops entertaining what no longer aligns. You suddenly feel uninterested in drama, small conversations, low vibration people, and places where your growth is not celebrated. And here's something even deeper. You may have noticed random silence from people who used to be loud in your life. It feels like they disappeared. They stopped checking on you. They stopped showing up. They stopped clapping for your progress. At first, it stings. At first, you wonder, why is everyone distancing themselves from me? Why do I feel alone? But chosen one, this is not abandonment. This is alignment. The universe is cleaning your circles so you can hear your calling. Sometimes heaven has to silence the wrong voices so you can finally hear the right one. Sometimes you have to be removed from the crowd to understand your crown. Sometimes loneliness is not punishment, it's positioning. Because elevation requires separation, and this separation is always spiritual. You're not losing people, you're losing distractions. You're not becoming distant, you're becoming focused. You're not being isolated, you're being prepared. This disconnect is the sign that your next chapter needs a different energy, a different circle, and a different version of you. You may even feel misunderstood right now. People don't get you the way they used to. Conversations feel shallow. Your inner world feels louder and more important than the outer one. This is because your spirit is entering transformation mode. When a snake sheds its skin, it goes alone. When a butterfly transforms, it goes into the cocoon alone. When God prepares someone for destiny, He separates them first. You are not meant to fit where you used to fit. You're not supposed to feel comfortable in old spaces. If you still fit in every room, you're not growing. And here's the spiritual truth most people never understand. But here's the twist. This disconnect isn't rejection, it's preparation. Heaven is repositioning you. Your angels are removing access from people who would block or slow down your blessing. The silence you're feeling is not emptiness, it's protection. The distance you're feeling is not disconnection, it's divine redirection. If you feel alone right now, it's because you're being pushed into alignment. If people have stepped back, it's because God is stepping in. If your spirit feels disconnected, it's because your destiny is reconnecting. This is the first sign that the new moon shift on November 20th is preparing you for something extraordinary. You're not losing anything. You're making room. Comment. Prompt. Do you feel disconnected lately? Comment yes, so I know. Chosen one. If you've been feeling like your emotions are all over the place recently, listen closely. Because this next sign is one of the strongest indicators that the November 20th new moon shift is preparing you for a major breakthrough. Sign number 2 is what I call the emotional storm. You may have noticed it already. Your emotions feel louder, your feelings feel deeper. Small things suddenly hit your spirit with unexpected force. You can go from calm to reflective to sensitive to overwhelmed without any clear reason. And you start thinking, why am I feeling this way? What's wrong with me? But chosen one, nothing is wrong with you. In fact, everything is right with you. This emotional intensity is not random. It's spiritual. Right before a major destiny shift, your spirit begins pushing old emotions, old memories, old wounds, and old heaviness to the surface. Not to punish you, but to release you. You can't step into the new while still carrying the emotional weight of the old. You may suddenly remember pain you thought you healed, conversations you forgot, people you moved on from, moments that still echo somewhere inside you. You might feel sadness out of nowhere, or anger that doesn't feel like yours, or an emptiness you can't explain, or a deep urgency that says, something is ending, something new is coming, and you're right. Something is ending. the old version of you. Your emotions right now are the storm, but storms don't come to destroy you. They come to clear your path. And because this new moon is extremely powerful, it activates what I call soul detox mode. Your spirit begins releasing old fears, old disappointments, old heartbreak, old traumas, old versions of yourself you've outgrown, old energy that cannot follow you into your blessing. The storm feels intense because you're finally letting go of emotions you've held inside for far too long. You may feel more sensitive than usual, more vulnerable, more aware of your own heart, more honest with yourself, and most importantly, more aware of what you can no longer carry. This is why you've been feeling like something is ending, because it is. The emotional storm is the universe's way of saying, your upgrade is close. Release what's heavy so your blessing can land. Your emotions are not betraying you. They are guiding you. They are communicating with you. They are preparing you. And here's the spiritual truth that very few understand. When your emotions intensify before a breakthrough, it means your spirit is rising to a new level. Your sensitivity increases. Your awareness increases. Your intuition increases. Your ability to hear divine guidance increases. You feel everything more deeply because you're evolving. Your emotional system is being recalibrated for the life you're about to step into. You're not breaking down. You're breaking open. And that brings us to your retention hook. But here's the twist. That emotional chaos is not a breakdown. It's a spiritual detox. Your soul is cleaning itself. Your spirit is releasing energy that was blocking your path. Your heart is letting go of memories that once shaped you, but no longer define you. Your past is loosening its grip because your future is getting closer. This storm is not punishment, it is preparation. This heaviness is not weakness, it is healing. This emotional shift is not instability, it is transformation. You are being emptied because something greater is about to fill you. So if you've been crying more, feeling more, remembering more, or sensing more in the last few days, it's because the new moon is preparing you for the next version of your life. Feel it, honor it, let it move through you, because emotional storms always clear the path for spiritual breakthroughs. Comment, prompt, what emotion has been hitting you the hardest lately? Type it below. Chosen one. If lately you've been feeling a strange pull towards something new, a new path, a new idea, a new place, a new version of yourself, this next sign is speaking to you. Sign number 3 is the mysterious pull towards something new. And when this sign starts to activate, you can feel it everywhere in your body. You can't explain it logically, but your spirit feels it clearly. It starts with little whispers. Maybe I should change something. Maybe I'm meant for more. Maybe it's time to move differently. Then the whispers get louder. A new idea pops into your mind out of nowhere. A dream repeats itself. You keep seeing the same numbers. 111, 222, 333, 555. A thought you tried to ignore keeps coming back. Your heart keeps pulling you towards something unfamiliar, yet strangely right. This is not coincidence. This is guidance. When the November 20th new moon approaches, your spirit becomes highly receptive to divine instruction. Your intuition sharpens. Your inner knowing becomes louder. Your path begins to glow in ways that don't make logical sense, but make perfect spiritual sense. You may feel drawn to a new career path, a new location, a new relationship dynamic, a creative idea, a spiritual practice, a decision you've been delaying, a dream you forgot, a version of yourself you buried. What's interesting is that these pulls often show up at random moments. You're washing dishes, and suddenly you feel a message. You're walking outside, and suddenly you get a download. You're scrolling, and your spirit stops on a sign. You hear a lyric in a song, and it hits your soul. Someone says something simple, and it feels like a prophecy. This is how the universe speaks to the chosen. Your spirit recognizes the message before your mind does. And here's what most people don't realize. The pull towards something new doesn't feel comfortable at first. It feels confusing. It feels risky. It feels uncertain. It feels like stepping into the dark without knowing what's ahead. But chosen ones don't grow inside comfort zones. They grow inside callings. And your calling is trying to get your attention. You may be noticing signs everywhere. Repeated numbers, repeated thoughts, repeated feelings, repeated nudges. You may be feeling drawn toward one decision but don't know why. You may be sensing that your old path is closing, even if nothing dramatic has happened yet. This is how spiritual redirection begins, quietly but powerfully. Your soul shifts before your life shifts. Your intuition moves before your circumstances move. Your desires evolve before your environment changes. And even if the new direction feels unknown, it doesn't feel wrong. Somewhere deep inside, something reassures you. This is where I'm supposed to go next. That reassurance, that inner peace, that internal compass, that is heaven guiding you. And now it's time for your retention hook. But here's the twist. It's not your imagination. It's a spiritual notification that your path is being rewritten. Your destiny is being rearranged. Your soul contract is shifting. Your spiritual GPS is recalculating. Your angels are trying to move you into alignment with something you've prayed for, even if you don't recognize it yet. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is not guesswork. This is divine redirection. You're being prepared for the opportunity you prayed for, the relationship you deserve, the healing you've needed, the abundance you're stepping into, the purpose you've been running from, the life your old self couldn't enter. You're being called to step out of who you were and into who you're becoming. And that pull, that whisper, that intuition, that is the universe saying it's time to move. You are not being pushed by fear. You are being pulled by destiny. So if you've been feeling a mysterious pull towards something new, trust it. That's your future calling you forward. Comment. Prompt. What's the new direction your spirit is pulling you toward? Chosen one. As we move deeper into this new moon window, the signs don't just appear around you, they appear within you. And that brings us to sign number 4 and sign number 5. Two signals that almost always show up together right before your breakthrough arrives. Sign number 4, the energy shift. Over the last few days, you may have noticed something strange happening inside you. A sudden lightness, a calm that doesn't match your circumstances, a quiet awareness that wasn't there before, a sense of clarity even if everything around you still looks uncertain. You may feel more grounded, more intentional, more spiritually aware, or more in control of your emotions, even when life feels chaotic. This is not accidental. This is not your imagination. This is an energetic reset, the exact kind that happens right before a new moon transforms your spiritual frequency. Your energy starts shifting first, then your reality catches up. It feels like your spirit is waking up after a long sleep, like something inside you suddenly clicks, like you can see through people clearer, like you're more tuned in, like your intuition is louder than ever. You may feel more sensitive to energy, more aware of people's intentions, more connected to your spiritual side, more in tune with your inner guidance, more detached from negativity, more inspired without knowing why. When the universe prepares a chosen one for a blessing, the energy shift always comes before the breakthrough. Your spirit upgrades before your situation does. But then comes the uncomfortable part. Sign number 5, the test before the blessing. This is where things get real. Right before your breakthrough hits your life, the universe will place you in situations that test your patience, your discipline, your emotional strength, and your ability to stay aligned. You'll notice people testing your boundaries. Someone may trigger you for no reason. Old habits may try to drag you backwards. Opportunities may tempt you off your path. Unexpected obstacles will appear out of nowhere. You may even experience small things breaking, ending, falling apart, all at the same time. Your phone stops working. Plans get canceled. People disappoint you. Something you depended on stops supporting you. Sudden problems rise up in areas that were fine before, and you start wondering, why is this happening now? Why, when I'm finally trying to heal, shift, grow, elevate, do things suddenly get harder? The answer is spiritual. Every blessing requires a test, not to punish you, not to burden you, but to show heaven that you're ready, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, for what's coming next. Tests appear to see, can you stay calm under pressure? Can you maintain peace when people provoke you? Can you keep faith when circumstances shake you? Can you make the right decision even when the wrong one looks easier? Can you protect your energy when old patterns try to return? This is the spiritual truth most people never understand. Right before the breakthrough, the pressure increases. Things fall apart so the real things can fall together. People leave so the right ones can enter. Obstacles rise so your strength can grow. Everything that isn't aligned with your blessing gets removed. And sometimes that process feels like collapse. But collapse and construction often look the same at the beginning. And now, your retention hook. But here's the twist. That test isn't to break you, it's to prove you. The test is proof that your blessing is close, your energy is rising, your spirit is stronger now. Your old patterns no longer have power over you. Your new level is waiting for confirmation that you're ready to receive it. The test is not the problem. The test is the proof. If you've been dealing with pressure, conflict, frustration, or emotional triggers lately, it's because you're being prepared for something greater. The new moon is resetting your energy. Your spirit is aligning with a higher timeline. Your path is being cleared of anything that can't go forward with you. This is not the enemy attacking you. This is the universe upgrading you. So breathe. Stay grounded. Pass the test. Because on the other side of this pressure is your blessing. Comment prompt: what tests have you been going through this week? Chosen one. If you've been feeling an unusual sense of peace lately, a quiet calm that doesn't match what's happening in your life, then sign number 6 is already active inside you. This sign is one of the most sacred, most divine, and most misunderstood signals of a coming breakthrough. It's what I call the calm before the miracle. You may have noticed something very strange in the last few days, after weeks or months of pressure, after emotional storms, after battles, delays, confusion, or spiritual heaviness. Suddenly, you feel calm, not numb, not tired, not checked out, but calm. A deep, warm, grounding peace that doesn't make sense on the outside, but feels perfectly right on the inside. This peace comes out of nowhere. It arrives without explanation, and it feels like your soul is whispering, something is about to shift. Chosen one. This calm is not normal. This peace is not coincidence. This quietness is not random. This is heaven clearing your path. This is the universe preparing your spirit for something big. This is divine reassurance that your storm didn't break you. It prepared you. Let's break down what this calm really means. 1. Sudden peace after chaos. When a chosen one is close to a breakthrough, a supernatural peace settles on them. You stop reacting the way you used to. Things that once triggered you now feel small. Drama doesn't affect you. Noise doesn't drain you. Chaos doesn't shake you. It feels like your spirit has stepped out of the storm even if your situation hasn't caught up yet. 2. A deep knowing that something is coming. You can't explain it, but you feel it. Something is shifting. Something is aligning. Something is moving in your favor. This inner knowing doesn't come from your mind. It comes from your spirit. This is the same feeling people get right before their prayers get answered, right before unexpected blessings arrive, right before destiny-altering opportunities appear. Your intuition is telling you the truth. You're stepping into a new timeline. 3. Loss of fear. You may notice that fear has been strangely quiet. Things that used to worry you no longer control you. Situations that once made you anxious no longer feel threatening. You're not overthinking the way you used to. You're not stressing over what you can't control. This is because your spirit is aligning with purpose instead of panic. Fear fades when destiny gets close. 4. Feeling guided. You're starting to feel supported in ways you can't logically explain. Your steps feel ordered. Your decisions feel clearer. Your heart feels safer. Your mind feels centered. You feel led, not by pressure, but by purpose. This guidance is a sign that divine forces are working behind the scenes on your behalf. Now here's what most people miss. This calm is not the absence of problems, it's the presence of alignment. This peace is not silence, it's preparation. This quietness is not emptiness, it's elevation. And now it's time for your retention hook. But here's the twist. That calm is not normal, it's spiritual confirmation. This calm is confirmation that your storm has completed its assignment. Your spirit has entered breakthrough frequency. Your angels are removing obstacles behind the scenes. Your next chapter is already unfolding. Your blessing has already been released. It just hasn't arrived physically yet. This calm is heaven saying, stand still, I'm working. Don't fear, I'm aligning. Be ready, it's closer than you think. You're being shifted into a state of spiritual readiness. Your spirit is being tuned to the vibration of your coming miracle. Your energy is being cleared so you can receive what's meant for you. Think of it like the moment right before sunrise. Everything becomes still. Everything becomes quiet. Everything becomes soft. Not because nothing is happening, but because everything is about to happen. If you've been feeling mysterious peace, gentle clarity, or calmness that makes no sense, that means heaven is clearing your path. Your blessing is not on the way, it's already at the door. Comment prompt. Type calm if you've been feeling this strange peace. Chosen one. As we enter the final moments of this message, I want you to slow down your breathing, relax your shoulders, and allow your spirit to settle into a place of deep stillness. Because what we are about to do is not just a prayer, it is an activation, a spiritual alignment, a declaration that opens your energy to receive what this new moon shift is preparing for you. I want you to repeat these words after me, softly, slowly, with intention, as if your future is listening, because it is. Say it with me. I am chosen. Feel the weight of those words. You weren't abandoned. You weren't ignored. You weren't forgotten. You were chosen for this moment, for this message, for this transformation. Now repeat. This November 20th new moon shift is aligning my destiny. The universe is not working against you. It is aligning for you. Every sign you've seen, every emotion you've felt, every shift in your spirit, it's all been guiding you to this precise moment. Say it again. What was delayed is now released. Every answered prayer that was waiting, every blessing stuck in spiritual traffic, every opportunity held back by timing is being released into your life in this new moon cycle. Now speak this with clarity. Every sign is guiding me. Your intuition has been louder lately for a reason. The signs are not random. The numbers are not coincidence. The dreams are not imagination. They are messages, and you are finally ready to receive them. Next, every test is preparing me. You did not go through the storm for nothing. The pressure was preparation. The pain was purification. The silence was alignment. You were being shaped, strengthened, and sharpened for what's coming next. Now with confidence, my breakthrough is coming closer. Not next year, not someday, not eventually. Closer. Closer than you realize. Closer than you think. Closer than your fear wants you to believe. And finally, I am ready for my next chapter. Say it with courage. Say it with faith. Say it with expectation, because the new moon does not bring change to those who are hesitant. It brings change to those who are ready. Now take a deep breath and listen to this whisper with your spirit, not your ears. Chosen one. You didn't find this video. The shift guided you here. Your November 20th transformation has officially begun. This is your moment. This is your sign. This is your confirmation. Everything you've felt, everything you've sensed, everything you've been experiencing, it wasn't confusion, it was activation. You are stepping into a new timeline. You are entering a higher frequency. You are walking into the version of your life that was always meant for you. The November 20th new moon is not just a date, it is a doorway. And tonight, you walked through it. Final CTA comment. Comment, I received my November 20th shift if this message hit your spirit.